a full step-by-step walkthrough to create a high converting landing page for YouTube ads. Turn the clicks from your ads into actual leads and then clients. You need to see the step-by-step walkthrough that I'm going to show you. I'm going to show you how to create this landing page from completely scratch, how to set up a calendar page so you're getting a few of the leads to book directly onto your calendar without you ever having to reach out, and then finally to nurture them and build trust and authority with them before you ever speak with them. So if you want to see everything you need in order to turn the clicks from your ads into actual leads and then clients, you need to see the step-by-step walkthrough that I'm going to show you. And using this exact funnel and landing pages that I'm going to show you, one of my clients in Oklahoma City got 5 booked appointments in the first 7 days of running ads, and he's going to be showing homes to at least 1 or 2 of them within the next couple weeks. An agent in Rapid City, South Dakota, the first lead we got for her turned into a 1-hour in-person consultation, and most likely she's going to be showing homes to her soon. And she mentioned she wants to get her whole team using this system and this funnel. And also a realtor in Savannah, Georgia, within the first 3 days of running ads, we got 2 booked appointments on her calendar where the leads just booked directly on her calendar without anybody even having to reach out to them in the first place. And she said the appointment was a complete hit, and she's looking to buy towards the end of this year. So I'm going to show you every single thing I do in order to get these results, so you can just take out the guesswork, just copy it, and get similar results yourself when done correctly. And if you're a realtor who's interested in YouTube ads to grow your business in 2025 and take advantage of the spring and summer market as we're approaching that, but maybe you don't have the time to create all the landing pages, to run the ads, do everything on the back end, feel free to book a call with me using the link in the description below, and I can just walk you through how this system would look in your business and just see if it is something that would be a good fit for you. But other than that, let's get into the landing page creation.
Okay, so here we are. So this is inside the CRM or software called Go High Level. Now, this is just what I use for every single one of my clients. It works very well. It's super simple for creating the landing pages, all the automations, as you can see. It has everything right here. The calendars, all kinds of stuff. It's a pretty basic one. It's like a lot of CRMs you could find out there, and I'm sure you can make CRMs on a lot of different platforms. I haven't tried KV Core or any of those other ones, but I know you can definitely do this on other CRMs and it will work just as well. But for this case, because I'm already using this for all my clients, I have the subscription. I'm going to go through exactly how I make these landing pages for these YouTube ads for every single one of my clients. And I'm going to show you how I would make it to get the most possible conversions from your ads, because it's one thing to get a bunch of clicks on your ads. That means your actual ad is good. You're doing something right. But if you're getting 100 clicks and you only get a couple leads from that, then something is just not really clicking or resonating with the audience on your landing page, or it's not congruent. So I'm going to just get into that, and I'm going to show you how I do that for all my ads. So we're going to want to add a new step. This one will be the opt-in page, and then we're just going to create the funnel step. And I'm going to also try to give a few tips or pointers just from things that I've noticed from creating and testing a ton of different landing pages over the years. So now we're in it. It's just a blank canvas. Now you can use a template if you want, but I found they're really generic, and it always works better to do this. So let's do it. So you want to add a section, and then the first part of a good landing page, what I found is actually not just the headline, but before the headline, you want to call out again the area that you're targeting in your ad or that you're speaking to. So for this one, you can add a headline, and we want to do something like attention, and let's say we're targeting Chicago. So we're targeting Chicago sellers, for example. Attention, Chicago homeowners. Perfect. Now what we're going to want to do with this, we're going to want to bring it up a little bit. So you have to adjust the padding and all of that stuff. It's not fun, but you definitely need to make sure you're doing it. And another big thing I'm going to go over as well is also making sure we're optimizing it for mobile, because that's a big mistake I see a lot of people making. Is they have an awesome landing page on desktop and it looks amazing, then they wonder why they're not getting anybody that's actually becoming a lead. Well, it's because most people are going to be clicking on these ads on their phone. So you need to make sure that it's actually optimized for mobile rather than desktop. So that's just a little tip right there. So we're going to just want to make this a little smaller. Perfect. And then what you can also do, we can make this, we can make it red or something. So we'll go in here, red. Okay, so we have that. That's the initial call out, and that just it does a good job, especially if in your ad you mention Chicago homeowners and you call out that area specifically. This is going to be really, really helpful for, again, just reiterating that they're clicking on the right thing, and this is where they're supposed to be. Because a huge thing with landing pages is it's all about congruency. You need to be congruent with the ad and the message in there. Otherwise, people aren't gonna trust putting in their information. So now for the headline. So for this example, I guess we can do sellers. So I see a lot of different headlines. There's a lot of things you can do. What I recommend to just simplify it is you want to just basically summarize the main message of your ad, but also what they're getting in the lead magnet. So if we're offering some sort of seller guide to basically help them sell their home for $10,000 or $20,000 over asking price, that's going to be the main value that you're offering. So you want to reiterate that. So you can do learn the 7 steps to sell your home for $10,000 to $20,000 over asking price in 2025. Now, there's a few different things that I did in here. Number one is adding some sort of unique mechanism. You don't want to just say learn the steps. You want to make it a bit more tailored and make it seem like they're getting something that's more simple for them, right? So a step-by-step guide is a lot more simple than just sending them an ebook that's just like regurgitated information on a page that's impossible to read. So this just makes it look simpler. Now, what I also like to do with this is you want to make sure that the key points in here are actually a different color. So what we'll do is we can make these red as well. This is a big one. Make this one red. Make it bold. Perfect. So then it looks like this, and we can make it a little bigger. And then I'll go over into one other thing I did in this. That's just another little piece of advice. Okay, so that looks good, and we can make this one a little smaller because we want the first thing that people see to be this headline, because that's the main thing, that's the main value that we're offering them, and that's why they would opt in and sign up for our ad in the first place. So we have that, and now the other thing I did is add in the $10,000 to $20,000 over asking price. Now, something that I would actually maybe do in this is add a more specific number. So if you've heard me talking about this before, then you know this is something I do in my ads, in my landing pages, is add in specific numbers, specific number of days, specific number of clients you've helped. Just because if somebody's watching your ad, for example, and you say we've helped hundreds of homeowners sell their homes fast, that's good and all, but just think about it compared to we've helped 715 homeowners sell their home fast, or we've helped over 752 homeowners. Like, that just builds a lot more trust just because it doesn't sound so generic. And that's even a simple thing that I do in all my ads that I think plays a big part in getting a lot of conversions, just because we're building a lot more trust with them as compared to just throwing out some generic numbers that anyone could say. Now, of course, you don't want to lie, but you want to ideally make sure you're using as precise of numbers as possible. So having said that, what we could do is sell your home for, let's see, we can just have a number. Obviously, you don't want to make false claims, but you also want to do something that is enticing. And if you did do something like this, sell your home for $15,500 over asking price, you could do on average, because that way you're not making a claim. That's just that can happen, but obviously average means it won't happen every time. So you definitely want to add something in there like that. So right there, that's a solid headline. If someone's clicking through your ad, you're saying this in the ad, they see this on the landing page, also calling out them when they're in Chicago, that's going to get their attention and they're going to want to click on it. Now I always like to add a sub headline as well. So the sub headline is, it should just be, I think of it as like a reinforcement to the main headline itself. So you're basically, you have this is the big guy, this is the top gun, and then this is like his little sidekick right here. That's basically just talking him up. That's one way to put it. So what I usually do in this is reiterate the simplicity of it and the ease of use. So, I mean, like, learn the 7 steps to sell your home for 15,500 over asking price on average. Like, that's great and all, but is it going to take me 7 hours to read this guide and get this information? Like, that's a typical question that someone might ask themselves. So you could do um, get this get our seven page guide and learn these steps in learn these steps within learn these steps under 10 minutes for completely free. So it's something like that. Obviously, you could probably make it sound a little better, a little more concise. I would just usually go to ChatGPT and ask for it, just how you can make it better. But something like this, the main thing is if you have the right idea on what it should be doing, it's just reinforcing this and also showing the ease of use. So you can kind of see right there, again, completely free, under 10 minutes, 7 page guide. And yeah, basically reiterating that. Now this one, we don't want to make it overtake the headline. So we're going to make it definitely a little smaller. Okay, that was the headline. So yeah, so you want to make the headline really big, and then we'll make this one a little bit smaller. Okay, so that looks good. Now I'm going to show you guys a trick that I've learned and that's helped me so much with my landing page conversions. I used to get so many people clicking on my ads because the ads themselves were really good. But then, like I mentioned, the amount of people who actually became leads and trusted me enough to put in their information was slim to none in some cases. And I think a reason for that is I wasn't actually showing a tangible picture of what they were actually going to be getting. So let me show you what I'm talking about. So you want to add a 2-column row because I'm gonna show you, and then on the left hand side we're gonna add an image. So what you want to do, you want to go to the image, you want to click upload, and then we're gonna add buyer guide in there. So this is just a guide I made in Canva, and that's where I recommend doing it, or have someone else make it for you. But you want to basically, so this is one for home buyers, for example. So it doesn't exactly fit with this, but you get the idea. And you just want to make it so they can see exactly what they're getting, right? If you say this, it's all great, but if they have no clue what it actually looks like, or what they're going to be getting, like that, just, there's still a lot of risk on their end because they still have to put in information to get the guide. And if they can't see what they're getting, they don't even know it's real because they don't have any trust towards you because they've seen you one time. It's going to be tough to get them to convert. But actually showing it here is going to help with those conversions a ton. For the sake of this, I'll just change it to 8 steps. But yeah, now right here, this is where you want to add the form. So this is where you're going to get people's information. So you want to choose your form. Let's just do perfect. We can do one like that. So one thing I want to mention on this form, there's a couple different things that are really slight, but do play a big role in building more trust and getting more conversions. Number one is just telling them what to do. So right now we're selling the guide, but then having a clear step. Enter your name and number for instant access, and just showing a pointing hand down to continue to show them what they need to do in order to get it. Just making it super, super clear, because if you didn't have this, like, they would see that, but they don't know if that's where they're supposed to put it in. I mean, it's pretty obvious once you think about it, but a lot of people are lazy. They just want you to tell them what to do. So I want to make sure to do that. Now, the next part of this is not asking for people's full name. I know so many realtors do that just because it is the norm. So many advertisers in general, marketers, anyone running ads, they always ask for full name first and last. But realistically, someone putting in their full name, a lot of people just they don't trust you enough to do that. And it is kind of a big barrier. Even though it's just their name, a lot of people don't want to give you their full name after seeing your ad one time, right? So what I do is just ask for first name, because that's really all you need for the start. Because what you're going to do, you're going to call these leads right when they come in. You're going to say, hey, this is John, right? And then you're going to go into your thing. And then after that, after you find he's qualified, he's interested in what you have, you're setting up an in-person consultation with him. Then that's when, of course, you'll get his full name, his email, all that information, right? But you don't need to ask that on the front end. That's just adding unnecessary friction that is just going to impact the conversions you're getting, and cause some people to just not sign up who are qualified and are interested in what you're offering, but they just don't want to give you that information because they don't know who you are, right? So that's why I always just give first name. Now, then going off of that, you see I don't have email in here. It's just because email is pointless if it's not a qualified lead. You're not gonna qualify these people through email. You're not gonna reach out to them through email right away. You'll send them like an automated email maybe, and get them on a nurture sequence. But you're only gonna find out if they're interested by giving them a call. That's the only way to do it. So what you're gonna do is, we're not gonna get their email because we don't need it right now. We're gonna just get their phone number because that's all we need. The only way this works is when you're calling these leads. So that's all we need, just their number. And then as you can see right here, rather than just saying phone or enter your phone number, you want to say the best number to text, because they know that they're going to get the guide texted to them. And what I've seen is when you don't say this, a lot of people put in the wrong phone number because they think, I don't know how they think they're going to get it. Maybe after they put it in, it's just going to automatically pop up on screen. But the way I do it is that this guide is actually texted to people the second they sign up. So I have an automation going out, but then they know that if they actually want the guide, they're going to need to put in their real phone number. Otherwise, they just won't get it. It's that simple. And then also with a button, another small thing, you don't want to just say click here. You want to reiterate what they're going to get. So get my exclusive access now. Perfect. So that's the premise of it. And of course, we're going to get into the mobile side as well. See what I mean? It looks super good on desktop. Then you go over to mobile and it just looks like trash. So I'm going to show you how to do that. Now, the one other thing as well is just reiterating it, reinforcing it with some bullet points. So we'll add a bullet list, and you basically just want to reiterate the benefits that these people are going to get for signing up for your guide. So you can do sell your home as sell your home. I'm trying to think of how to say it, but the main things I want to go for, definitely one bullet point on speed, that it's going to be quick. So sell your home in under 30 days. Obviously no false claims, but so you can change it up if you like. But you want one for speed. You want one for that it's going to be easy, or one of them it's going to be free. So increase your home's, I don't know if there's an apostrophe there. Increase your home's value for no cost, for free. Increase your home's value for free. Increase your home's value for free. We want one on the ease of use, easy, stress-free tips. Perfect. So something like that, and then we'll add a little space in between them. And then we also want to text align it. You want to put it in the middle. Okay, I don't know why that's doing that. So what we'll do is make the row more narrow, and then there you go. Perfect. And then we'll actually put this right here, so it looks a little better. And then we can make this all bold as well. And then we can change the icons to just a different color. We can do green. Perfect. So now that looks good. And actually we'll make this a little less narrow right there. So again, we have the headline calling them out. We're calling out the area. We have the sub headline, basically, again, reinforcing the main headline. We have the clear call to action on the form. We're just getting their first name and number. We have a picture of the guide that they're getting. And then also we have the bullet points basically reinforcing that what they're going to get and the benefits they're getting from it. Now, that's basically all you need that's a really, really solid landing page right there. Probably better than 99% of them out there if you just do what I just showed you. Now, of course, we're going to optimize it on mobile. So you're gonna have to change the font sizes for sure because it's the same as desktop. So we just gotta make it look pretty. Now, in the way I try to figure out what font size to use is you normally don't want to have more than 3 lines in your headline. So see what I mean? There's 1, 2, 3 lines right here. You don't want to do more than that. Otherwise, it just looks like they're reading a paragraph. And then also along those lines is this sub headline right here on mobile. I think it's just overkill to put it right there, just because again, you see this, it's like a paragraph just slapping you in the face. No one wants to read that. So first of all, we'll make it a little smaller. And something I also do with this stuff, I spelled completely wrong. Completely free. Okay. So something I do as well is I'm sure your landing page maker has a option to do this, but only showing stuff on mobile or desktop. So you can see right here, I don't want this to be here because I want the form to come up. So I'm going to hide this on mobile and it's still there on desktop, but now on mobile, it's just not there. And then along those lines, I want to move this sub headline under the form because I want the main thing that they need to do is fill out the form, and I don't need to add this right there. That's just another thing. So what I want to do is duplicate this. I want to hide this one on desktop, and I want to hide this one on mobile. So this might, I hope this is not confusing, but I think you'll be able to see what I mean. Because we want it under there for mobile. We don't want, because again, it would be way too much to have it up here. And then what we can do is make it a little bigger as well. Again, no more than 3 lines. And then see, desktop still looks perfect. Perfect. So it's coming together, and then we're just having to change the padding. We want to make sure the form is as close to the top as possible, so people aren't having to scroll down to see the form. And then this is, we can just hide this on mobile. You're gonna have to just clean it up a little bit, but it's not too challenging. Let's see. Is there anything else we're missing? Okay, looks good. Now, see? So we have the call out, we have the headline, we have the form with the call to action in it. We have the sub headline right there, and then the bullet points reiterating it. And then the last thing we want to add right here is just a button, wherever that is. Now, this is just so if they do scroll down, they're reading this stuff, they're seeing all that, then they don't have to scroll all the way back up. They can just click a button and it's going to bring them up there for them. And actually, the other thing I forgot is adding the image on mobile. So what we're going to do, we're going to hide this one on computer and only show it on mobile. So now, okay, where is that? Where'd that bad boy go? Okay. I don't know what's going on. Show it on mobile. Okay, well, we'll just add it manually. And we want to add it, let's see. I think you could do it right below the guide or right below the sub headline. I would honestly say right below the sub headline, just because again, you're reiterating its value before showing it. But I think you can do either one. It doesn't make a huge deal. And then we're just gonna want to make it a little smaller, not take up the entire page. Perfect. And then we want to make sure to hide it on desktop. There we go. And then this button right here, we don't want to show this on desktop. So advanced, hide it on desktop. And then with this button, you want to add, you want to reiterate the value. So get my free ebook or get my free guide. So it can be that. And what we would do is scroll to element, and we would want to scroll to this headline right here. So it's going to basically go up to the form just because there's not an option to scroll to the form for whatever reason. So we'll just do that headline. And once they click on it, let's see, I don't know what's going on. Once they click on it, it's going to bring them right back up to here, which is where we want them, is on this form. And then we'll just change the color, make sure it's congruent with what you have. So we can make it red. I would also increase the text size on it. Text size. Oh, that's a subtext. Okay. And then also you can make it bold as well. I'd recommend that. Perfect. So basically that's what it looks like on mobile. See, it looks way cleaner. That's how you want it to look. Just super, super concise and to the point. And then on desktop, let's see, it still looks very, very good. Perfect. So that's exactly how you make the landing page itself. Now, the next step you're going to want to do is after people opt in, after they submit their information, you want to bring them to a calendar page where you're actually getting some of them to book on your calendar. So what we're going to do, we're going to add a step. We're going to call this the booking page. And for example, just so you know, this does work. This realtor I'm working with in Savannah, Georgia, we've been running the ads. We've been running them 3 days, I think, as of recording this video, 3 or 4 days. And within the second day, we had 2 appointments booked on our calendar from people who came through the opt-in. They opted in, and then they go to the calendar page and just book directly on her calendar, right, like on autopilot for her. It's pretty crazy, but it does work, and you're just getting free appointments coming in without you literally ever having to reach out to them. So I'm going to show you what to do here. What I like to do is add a section. Hold up. Add a section, make it a different color. You're gonna see why. And then we're gonna want to add a subheadline. So the first part of it is, so I want to make this text white so you can actually see it. The first part of it is you want to make sure that they know that we got their request and that it went through. So what you can do is success. We got your request. And then what you can also do is add, how you like to add like an icon right there. So we can do like a check mark. And then we can make it green. Perfect. So success, we got your request. And again, that's just making sure that they know that everything's good and that this is still basically a trustworthy site. That's you don't want to make it look like you just scam them for their information. So I like adding that. And then the next part, this is another tidbit that I found that does help. It's a small thing, but adding that you're going to be texting them the guide. So the guide was just texted to your phone. Or you can just say check your phone for the guide. But just something like this so they know where it is, to make sure that okay, I signed up for this and I actually got it. So that's good for them, right? Because they signed up and they want it, and you need to give it to them right away. Otherwise, you'll get some people who are just angry, unfortunately. But perfect. So you want to add that. Now that looks good right there. That's going to stand out. And then what we want to do is add another section because we want it to be a different color, because we want this one to stand out. So we'll add a column and now a headline. And now this is where you want them to book on your calendar. So you can do next step. Schedule your free 15-minute strategy call with John. And obviously you would do your name. And I know a lot of people do like free 15-minute no obligation call, but you also want to make it look like it's like they're getting some sort of value. So then what I would like to do is add a sub headline right there and say you'll also receive a, I'm spelling this wrong, aren't I? You'll also receive an expert analysis of your home to determine its current value, and also receive and also learn how to avoid the 3 common mistakes I can't spell today. Chicago homeowners. Wow. When selling their home. So again, just reiterating the value, reiterating what they're going to get. And then under that, that's where you then add the calendar. So you want to add that, but you're going to obviously have your calendar on there. And that's pretty much all you need. This is what the realtor in Savannah, this is what her booking page looks like. But what you can also do is, this is something I also highly recommend, is add a quick, basically I call it a pre-sell video. You're introducing yourself and you're continuing to build trust and authority with these people before you ever speak with them. And it's just going to give them another reason and a bit more trust to actually book on your calendar. So watch this quick 60-second video from John. And then what you would do is add one, then you want to add video. And then in this case, we can select YouTube. I'm going to get a video from my channel, just a random one. Share, copy link. And then you just want to put the video URL in there. Okay, I don't know if it's showing up, but yeah, you just add it in there, and that's literally all you do, and you're good to go from there. You just save it, and you're all set. And then the final step, after somebody does book on your calendar, you want to make sure that they're seeing, okay, we got it, and your appointment's confirmed. So what I like to do is have a success page. Now this can be super, super simple, but you just want to continue to make sure it looks professional, and it looks professional, and you're just continuing to nurture these people, because you need to get them to show up to the appointment. That's the other thing. So what I like to do, headline, success, your appointment is confirmed. Your appointment is confirmed. And then what I like to do is make sure that they know what to do. You'll get an appointment confirmation text and email. Please respond yes to confirm. Boom. And then we'll add some spacing in between here. And then now what you can do, this is what I do as well, is we're going to add another row. We're going to add a 2-column row. And I'm gonna go through this quickly, but you want to add an image of yourself right here. Just continue to build that trust. You can also do a video, even better. Just basically thanking people for opting in. Again, reiterating what you're going to cover on that call, and just to make sure that you're giving them as high of a chance as possible to show up. And then right here, you just want to put something about yourself. My name is John Doe. I've been successfully serving buyers and sellers for over 17 years in the Chicago area, and helping people in various stages of life, from upsizing, downsizing, all that stuff. Now, it's not anything crazy, but you just want to do something like that, a quick introduction. Now, the last part is building or adding some social proof. So hear from our clients. Hear from our clients. And then what you want to do, take screenshots or download as many testimonials, as many 5-star reviews as you can. You could throw in videos as well if you have any, but then you literally just want to have just a wall of testimonials. So what I mean is just endless scrolling of testimonials, reviews, all that stuff. And it's just going to continue to build that trust and show these people, okay, this guy knows what he's doing, or this girl knows what she's doing. Right? You just want to continue to build that trust and build that relationship. And then of course you make sure to change everything for mobile. Make it, there we go. And then it would look like this, and it looks pretty good. You get the idea. You want to make sure to save it, and then we forgot to make it mobile optimized on this page. We'll do that really quickly. So we'll just make this a little smaller. Now mobile, you want to try to keep it one line if possible. See, like that. And this is a little big. And then this is definitely too big. But I like to have this subheadline on mobile for this calendar page, just for whatever reason. There we go. Now we have the calendar, and then we'll just change the size of this. Make it 2 lines. Perfect. So there you go. That's literally the funnel I use. Not exactly. I don't want to give you the exact step-by-step of my exact landing page, because obviously that's if you work with me doing what I found works best. But this should basically give you a really good head start on about 99% of people running ads in general, because this is all you need when you're running ads. This is almost a flawless funnel right here. Main part, you have the opt-in page that's high converting. You have the calendar page to get people to book on your calendar for you, and then you have the success page to just make sure that they're confirming their appointment, that they're showing up, and then also to show all of your social proof. And that's basically the funnel right there. So I hope you got some value from this. I hope you enjoyed this video. You maybe learned a few things. But yeah, feel free to just go back and just pause it and just watch it step by step and just build a funnel along with me. And of course, if you are interested in having somebody else like me come into your business, build all this stuff out for you, do the ads as well, put in the highest converting landing pages, and just basically stick with what works, rather than having a bunch of guesswork and just trying stuff, hopefully, or hoping it's going to work. Feel free to just book a call with me in the description, and I can basically show you every single thing I'm doing to get really good results for my clients. You just want someone to come in, do all this for you, book appointments on your calendar, so you can just focus on leveraging your time and not having to do a bunch of follow-up and not having to just create landing pages all day. Feel free to just book a call with me down below. I'm happy to show you how this could work for your business and see if it's a good fit. Other than that, thank you for watching.